What's up and what's going on, fellow fanatics, and welcome back to another episode. And in today's episode, in this episode, we are going to be talking to you guys about Moon Knight, and it is going to be going over the trailer that they just put out of Moon Knight, and there were headlines saying that it's going to be Fight Club meets Indiana Jones. That's pretty. That's a pretty big statement. I've never heard that, so I've never heard that statement before. Fight Club meets Indiana Jones.
I feel it.
I have not seen the new trailer. I did not watch it in the hype of when it came out. I know that a lot of people probably did, but we are gonna kind of watch and react to that here together. So.
This is my first time seeing it. I've been saving it for this.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yes.
There's chaos in you. The fun of Moon Knight is getting introduced to a new superhero in a new world.
It's a real, legitimate character study.
I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Moon Knight is a spectacular character. He's got an incredibly unique visual look.
Our job was to kind of put a lens on the things that had the most dramatic juice and ultimately take the mental health aspect incredibly seriously.
I am Stephen.
The way we're tackling the story, we learn about Stephen and then learn about Mark.
What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
And they're the same person.
The tone is like Fight Club meets Indiana Jones. It's a bit dark at times. To tie it into something so vast and supernatural, it's amazing. Thank you.
Every aspect
Holy hell!
has a duality, and we've shifted the paradigm.
For me,
Oh my God!
is that it's totally unpredictable.
Oh my God!
Shifted the paradigm.
I have to go back.
Every aspect.
Yep. Yep.
Oh no! They're gonna have to get. Oh my gosh! Now that's bigger than people are making that. That's
Yep.
That's in a different. Oh my gosh! I can't. Oh my gosh! Indiana Jones meets Fight Club, huh?
So
Look at that.
On
bird
that.
head. It's like detached from the body.
Well, yeah, it's
it's
my boy.
Conchu.
It's Conchu.
It's so cool. I know, but we were wondering how they were gonna do Conchu.
Yeah.
That's gonna that scene.
That looks so cool.
That scene in the opening scene of how the suit is getting tethered on him. Oh my gosh!
Now
The visual
I
effects.
will say I do think that quote of the Indiana Jones meets Fight Club. I think it makes entire sense in the way it's weird saying it,
Yeah.
but Moon Knight is a very violent individual. He doesn't care about getting hurt. He goes after the villain. He's very aggressive, right? He's blindsided by his mission.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Actually,
where this all starts is he's a Tomb Raider.
Right.
He's exploring these ancient tombs and all this, and that's where he finds Khonshu. It's where he starts to become the Moon Knight, and I think that's an awesome, because while it is an origin story of, you could just do it very simply of, we go and find the tomb. Instead, they're going heavily into the transitional period where his mind is out. He doesn't know anything anymore. He's losing his mind. They have the mental health aspects with that. I think this is a great spot to start this off.
I think tackling the mental health issues is extremely important because we've seen so many times in media or different forms of media where mental health or health issues in general are not always accurately portrayed, and I'm not sitting here saying that Marvel is going to accurately portray this. What I'm saying is they have taken a lot of time and care into this.
It was nice to hear them say that they were taking it seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
And, anything that is something as serious as mental health, I don't see Kevin Feige and crew or the crew that are dealing with Moon Knight saying, let's keep this lighthearted or whatever. Let's not really tackle this issue.
I think they did Legion really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just. The first part of that show is all mental health stuff.
Right. Well, USA Today did an article on Moon Knight, speaking with Oscar Isaac and a couple of the others involved with Moon Knight. And Q, what did they say in regards to tackling the mental health issue aspect in this show?
Yeah, there's honestly a couple quotes that several different people working on Moon Knight gave, and the first one that stuck out is producers say they did their homework and took serious the responsibility of tackling mental illness. Whatever we're putting out there in the universe has to be ultimately good and uplifting and have a positive message about mental health. The next quote would be, "It's amazing that the brain has this survival mechanism, this way to cope," Isaac explains. "At a very young age, if you're going through sustained horrible trauma and abuse, something that can happen in order for one to survive is the brain splits into an alternate personality that has no idea of what's happening. Otherwise, you die because it's just so awful. And that at its own is incredible. Kind of beautiful superpower."
Well, go ahead.
Rock, paper, scissors? No. So I think that, as someone who lost a very close friend to mental issues, I think it's very important, if they're going to really highlight it, to highlight it well. I think this is something that they could lightly touch on and it'd be fine, but if they're going to make it a point to heavily do it, I think that's kind of a contingency of it's up for people to digest how they do it. But from what I've seen and how serious the actor is behind highlighting that, and everyone's kind of behind on the same page, I think they'll do a great job with it.
Right. I think that they'll do a good job with it. Marvel does a very good job of looking outside the scope of Marvel. Looking at the wider message that they are presenting to their audience. So I think that they do a very good job at that. As far as the visual effects go of that trailer, I thought visually, again, Marvel is king, and the visual effects on that were great. Again, the way that the costume was tethered around him, seeing him in whatever space he's in with Khonshu, that was cool. Seeing him in the Mr. Knight suit.
I was gonna say, if there's these 3 posters that drop of him in the 3 different costumes he'll get, where he's the Mr. Knight and then the Moon Knight and the other one. And it's just all of them. You can tell they're all so detailed just with his looks and everything. And that's one thing I like to see, that they're appreciating, like they're comic accurate on all of them too.
Yeah, the Mr. Knight costume is dope. It is dope. Super. I think I found my Halloween costume dope. I'm dead ass. I think I'm going to be Mr. Knight.
You do that. I don't think.
Yeah, what is Mr. Knight?
Like the Mr. Knight costume is.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about here.
Yeah. It is super dope. So I think that costume is dope. I think everything they're doing with Moon Knight is dope. But one of the things that we've heard about Moon Knight that this recently came out, I think a couple days ago, is that Mark Ruffalo will be showing up in Moon Knight as the Hulk. Woo! In what capacity, in what way, what this means, I don't know.
I'm going to take that as he's going to recruit him to some Avenger level thing, how he did with Shang-Chi at the end. I don't know if it's gonna be some.
I don't know.
Oh no,
or maybe now that I think about
Moon Knight is in the Avengers.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Maybe it could just be something like that, or something experimental, to where he's the Hulk is dealing with this sort of himself, where he's Hulk and Banner. So it's like maybe he knows more how to deal with himself, and so maybe it could be something where Moon Knight's reaching out to see how Bruce deals with that or something. I don't know.
Right. I know that Moon Knight is very morally gray in a lot of the things he does. He is a very, I will murder you. I will rip your guts out. I don't care. You can stab me 19 times in the stomach. I agree. I'm just saying it depends on the depiction of where they're going to take him, where they're going to make this Moon Knight. If they're going to make him
Oscar Isaac,
Oscar
Isaac, I believe, was asked if he was eventually going to join the Avengers, and I don't believe it was Oscar Isaac. It might have been the director of the show. If that was, and I know that he had said he doesn't know anything for sure, but he knows that may be the direction that they want to go. In the comics, Moon Knight is a part of the Avengers. Again, we are not just introducing characters just to introduce them. Right now, we have no team. There is no Avengers team. So what do we have to do? We have to start introducing new players so that we can have a new team, and Moon Knight being one of them. So if Hulk is showing up for Q's theory or whatever it may be, I don't see Moon Knight saying,
I think I kind of have a theory.
The power of Khonshu, fuck you.
I think Banner's maybe going to go to, not Moon Knight, but the persona that's dealing with all, not knowing where he's at. Because Banner relates to that super heavy. Being locked inside the Hulk while the Hulk does whatever the fuck he wants.
Constantly battling in his head with him.
That was literally his life for years before he became Smart Hulk. But
right. Like I said, the possibilities of what we could see with it are endless. It's It's very interesting. It's very, again, a show that I am looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing the hyper-violent show that they have promised us with this. I'm excited for it. And with that, as always, the question is for you guys. What is it that you want to see in Moon Knight? Are you ready for the hyper-violence? Are you ready to see Oscar Isaac tackle the mental health issues that Moon Knight is going to be dealing with, or this iteration of Moon Knight is going to be dealing with? What do you think about Disney Plus putting up the adult or age restriction?
Will your kid be watching Moon Knight?
Will your kid be watching Moon Knight? Will your kid be watching any of the more adult-rated content, Marvel-wise, that comes over? Let us know down below. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see you guys in the next video.